So we get back in, we drive up to the saddle, and then we hit the ridge and go around to the top of the draw that the buck's laying in. And we go down there, and we were all pretty excited. Got a bunch of pictures, a little bit of video. I show Bailey how to gut it. She holds the leg. It was pretty cool. But come to find out, it hit high, and it hit it right in the back of the head and just dropped it. So, yeah, we really need to shoot that gun and see why it's hitting high. But
did you find the entry? Was it through the ear?
I haven't looked yet, but it looked like it was like right at the base of the skull, right behind the right ear. That he was looking back over, kind of.
All we saw was an exit wound. We're like, where the heck did you hit this thing?
Yeah.
So weird.
So, and then we started to drag it up the hill, and it's hard to drag stuff.
We got it about 10 yards, 15 yards.
Yeah. And then you put it in your backpack for like 8 minutes.
Dude, it took forever.
Figure it out.
Yeah, I was having a hard time strapping it into my pack.
It's in the dark.
Yeah, and it's a brand new pack, so the configuration of straps and stuff, and you're strapping stuff in, I haven't quite figured out the greatest. So I had originally strapped it in with the pack, because you can do it with just the bag, but I also have a load carrying part of it that I bought as a separate piece. So I ended up just taking the bag off and using that, and that worked out great. So I had the buck strung by the belly with his feet and head hanging down, and I ended up just hoofing it up the ridge for about, I don't know, 80 yards. Just 10, 15 feet at a time, small steps, which actually ended up being way better than trying to drag it. But
It's taken forever to drag it.
Yeah.
Over all those logs, potholes.
Well, he had gutted it, and I feel like within the first 5 yards, there were we were trying to take it around a stump, but the dude's heavy, so we might have cut the corner too soon. And I don't know if this is too graphic. I'm pretty sure the end of the log went into his gut cavity and hooked on some part of his rib cage or pelvic area, something. We're like, man, he's heavy. Oh, he's stuck.
Yeah.
We're like, maybe this isn't the best choice.
Yeah, and I don't know, it gave me kind of a proud moment, because I wouldn't have done that a year ago before I lost the weight and built some leg strength again.
And I was like, just put him over my shoulders. I can do it. And then when we were like, yeah, I don't think both of us together. And we tried, each of us took an antler, and then it was like, okay, why don't you take the head and I'll take the rear legs? And it was like, yes, this isn't going to work.
Yeah.
I was like, just put it over my shoulders. And then Levi was like, no, actually put it over my shoulders. So.
Yeah. So we stuffed it in the back of the Jeep, and we all climbed in, and all of our stuff just scattered all over the Jeep, and drove back to camp, and we hung it up on a branch on the tree.
What did we?
Its ankles.
Yeah, from its ankles, not above its knees.
Yeah.
Bailey, what did we get to do after we hung it up?
We got to eat brownies.
Yeah, so we started a tradition. What are they?
Kill brownies.
Kill brownies. So we take brownies and we don't get to eat them until somebody kills a buck.
Yeah.
And then everybody gets one brownie that night.
They're just staring at you the whole time.
Yeah. Which we had bought in town for, I don't remember. We got them, but I mean, they were, yeah, they were brownies, but I feel like if somebody made them at home for you, you'd eat them because you were nice, in a way.
Yeah, that's true.
They had so much frosting on them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was more frosting than brownies.
And not that frosting is bad, but the brownies themselves were just kind of okay.
So we were like, thank you, Bailey, for letting us eat kill brownies.
Yeah. It was, don't get me wrong, it's a nice treat when we're out
They're
there.
still brownies.
Oh, and while we were up there after she shot that buck, I ranged it, or Laura or somebody.
Oh, yeah.
How far was it, Bailey?
Oh, yeah.
214.
214 yards. I was like,
7,500.
7,704 inches. We're like, what's the largest number we could say?
I was pretty excited. My daughter shot a buck at 214 yards.
Set a family record for
Yeah,
2 days.
3 days.
3 days.
Yeah.
So that was pretty
It's
cool.
her opening day, the first time she's ever been able to hunt. Like, she's gone with us on hunts, but not hunting herself. This was, like, she actually would, she's into it. Like, Bailey, what's the game you play on Xbox?
Hunter Call of the Wild.
Hunter Call of the Wild. One day, we're just, searching a Grammy bought Xbox. We're like,
Cody got that fishing game.
yeah.
And I was like, there's a hunting game with
Yeah. I don't play video games, so I knew nothing. I know no
that.
games.
She's like looking at her phone, trying to figure everything out.
Yeah,
on
like,
the
what
map.
is this? And Bailey's searching through games, and she's like, Mom, can I get this hunting game? And I'm like, all of the games on the internet. And this girl wanted a hunting game. I was like, heck yeah.
Yeah.
And she plays it all the time. I feel like she's learned a lot. I'll take a moment to say shout out to KG. What's his channel called? KG Gaming. He's freaking hilarious, clean, like solid, good family YouTube channel. But he's so entertaining. He actually like teaches a lot. Like, you learn a lot from his show, and it's so much fun. And she has learned a lot. It's made it interesting for her. Like, this isn't, oh, Bailey, come on, you can hunt now. Let's go. Like, she's been looking forward to this. She spotted the buck she ended up killing. And it was right after the first, so this is just mom talk for a minute because it's the way I see it. After the first buck she shot at with her and Levi when they went in hiking for it, they came back and they got me. I don't remember what time it was, but there was still an hour or two of daylight. And this girl isn't depressed, she just missed her first shot. She's like, well, I think there's a road up there. It's not over yet. There's still daylight. Maybe we could find him. Like, she kept such a positive attitude the whole time. And what do you know? Like, God just hands a buck across the road in front of us. And she got to reap the rewards of our motto for this year, which is just keep going. And yeah, so I forgot why I started that. What rant. But she kept a positive attitude. She took a confident 214 yard shot.
And Dad was like,
and
this
she
is
took
the
him out.
cleanest gutting job I've ever done.
Yeah,
Maybe I should headshot animals more often.
yeah.
Yeah, so we had kill brownies that night.
Yeah.
Made dinner, went to bed. So that was opening day. And then day 2 we got up. And then what happened day 2?
Day 2. We're moving on to day 2. We went to about the same area, probably not the same draw, but we went and glassed from the top, but we were looking in towards the sun.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, so, no, we were in the exact same draw where
Okay.
the gut pile was.
Oh, yeah.
'Cause
Because
we-
we're like, oh, yeah.
We've seen a lot of deer and stuff, and I was like, they just keep crossing back and forth,
Yeah.
and like,
Well, Bailey, what was
different.
your idea for why we went back there? To see if we could see.
Oh, yeah. See if there were any coyotes.
Yeah, we're like, oh, there are gut piles there. Maybe we could take out a coyote.
yeah. So, back to, we've learned a lot.
Yeah.
We need to figure things out, learn from your mistakes. We set up on like the west side of the draw to glass down the draw, and kind of mainly more kind of to like the southeast is where this drainage curve to. So we're glassing, there's does working into the bottom from the west side of the draw, or the drainage, whatever we'll call it.
Going up towards the shadow.
Yeah, working
Yeah.
east across the bottom and up into the shady side of the draw. And I'm telling them, I'm like, there's does there, and they're all kind of working on a line, and we're watching the does and the stragglers coming off of the sunny side. I'm like, they're fun to watch, but we need to look ahead of them, because if there's more deer, they're going to be already across the drainage. So I'm looking over there and I find some tall grass over in the shade, a couple small draws away, and there's 2 deer over there which had antlers. They're forking horns. So
I'm the only one with the tag left, and they're like, "There's bucks, go get them." I was like, "Where are they?" "Well, they're over there, go shoot them." I don't know where they're at.
yeah, so she takes off and starts side hilling across the draws to try to get over there. You want to tell the rest of this part of your story?
Sure. So Bailey and Levi had been keeping an eye on them. I had seen does, but I didn't see bucks. But I knew where the does were, so that was kind of like the frame of reference. They were feeding towards us, and they were feeding down towards the draw, which we couldn't see the bottom of because we were over the other finger ridge, whatever. But we did see some does crossing on the bottom, and then Levi said that Bailey had been keeping an eye out on the top of the ridge, where basically the road is that we would have been driving on. And she didn't see them cross at all. So they still got to be down there somewhere. And so I walked over to where I could kind of just see over, whatever part of the you can't really say go look over the ledge, because as soon as you get there, it just keeps going like it. So I kept kind of creeping in there, and I get to the top where I can see most of the drainage or draw, and it is deceiving how much country is there, because it doesn't seem as far away as it is. And even knowing that, I know that I'm looking for like small deer, but even then it takes you a while to be like, oh, I see a deer and it is really small. So I see a deer, I can't see if it has antlers or not. I just see its mule deer ears go, "Well, what are you?" And I was like, oh crap, it sees me. And I thought I saw another one running off, and then this one ended up being like, "Yeah, you're staying there too long," so she runs off. And I was like, that was probably them, and if it's not, I can't see. And I spent quite a while scanning, looking for more deer, couldn't find any. So I walked back over to Levi and Bailey, and I said, "Did you see deer cross?" He goes, "The does?" I said, "I don't know what they were. I'm just asking if there were deer." And he goes, "Well, we saw does." I said, "Okay, well," like we had decided that what he saw were does, so the bucks were probably still in there. So we all go back over, and I think you spotted them. You or Bailey spotted them. And she goes, "There they are." And I found them, I think. Oh, I think I saw, with my naked eye, like I saw movement. But when I put my scope up, and we found like a big rocky thing sticking out of the mountain. So I put the gun on the rock to stabilize, and when I looked through the scope, it was just white. I could not see a thing. It wasn't like out of focus, or it was pointed towards into the sun, and I could not see anything,
And
let alone
I'm looking
animals.
through the rangefinder trying to figure out which one's the buck.
Yeah.
And I'm like, the one in the back is the buck. And I'm just keep saying it like, maybe she
Yeah.
doesn't hear me? Is that why she's
Well, she's saying the back one, but I can only find one, and so I'm like, I don't know which one the back one was. I don't know if I'm looking at the back one or the front one, and I need to be looking for the back one. And we had been standing there too long, so they started to run off, and Levi goes, "There they go." Bailey's yelling, "The back one has antlers." And I put the scope up, so they were running up, so which means I got to turn away from the sun a little bit, like enough to be able to see through. And about 2 seconds before they disappeared over the crest, I saw antlers. I'm like, "There it is." Oh, he's gone. Okay, cool. The end.
Yeah. So that opportunity was another learning. So we should have set up on the east side of the drainage, glassing over to where the sun's starting to hit with that morning light. But it all just goes back to we haven't been in these situations, and yeah, we screwed it up. So now we're gonna definitely know. It's engraved in our brains. So what do we do after that?
So we said, well, morning feed time is basically over. We're in a brand new area, so let's drive out some roads. Let's explore the terrain. What's out here? What looks good? We're driving along thinking, man, it's a perfect morning. Levi's like, oh yeah. And so we found some good road, and ended up coming up a drainage that looked perfect for deer and bear. And all of a sudden, Levi goes,
oh yeah, it was afternoon, and I was like, let's go explore and find new areas. So we made a great big loop, and then I was trying to find another road that would come in off the pavement that'd be a lot easier to get to where we were camping for like arriving and going home. Driving up this drainage, good sized creek at the bottom, I look over and I see a brown sow and 2 brown cubs just turn and start to hoof it up the hill.
He just goes, bear! And Mom's like, no.
Yeah, I'm like,
way.
bear. Yeah.
She's like, no way, where?
Yeah. So it's like freaking fire drill trying to get out of here. Like, stuff's wrapped around guns, can't get doors open. We jump out. What's this car doing? Dude.
just waiting.
It's still rolling.
Okay. People don't know what they're doing, rush hour traffic.
Bailey's trying to keep us on track.
So we jump out, we got guns, we get off the side of the road. Mom's looking at sow and cubs, which they were legal cubs, they were 2-year-olds. And then Bailey's like, no, right there.
Big black one, big black one.
Big black one, like the boar was like twice the size of the sow. So Laura's looking at those, and from what I can tell, they're clear up through the trees, ran off. So I grab Laura's shoulder and I pull her over, and the bear's broadside across the draw like 50 yards. But
there's like trees and stuff in the way.
yeah, she's shorter. Like I could have shot it like 3 times, but
not short, but shorter.
Debatable. But when I scooted her over and she went to shoot, there's brush in the way. But she pulls up and, well, not brush, but like pine tree branch. And so I pull up because I'm like, if she shoots, I'm going to follow up shoot. So she shoots, then I shoot. Bear runs off, so we all go up the hill, look for blood, and never found blood. We grid searched the whole area, and traffic again. And never hit a bear. We're like, bummer.
Going back to what I saw when they shot, I could see Mom looking, and I was like, no, big black one. I didn't see her like pull her, but I could see her move. But I was still looking at him, and he's just staring straight at us.
Yeah.
And I'm like, shoot. I'm thinking that. And Mom shoots, and I see it hit the dirt like maybe half a foot, maybe a foot in front of his shoulder. And then he turns around and bolts, and Dad just pulls the trigger. It was loud too.
Yeah.
Like right after she shot.
Yeah. But we all, like I said, we looked for blood and couldn't find any, and grid searched the whole area. Came down, and then these 2 old guys in a side-by-side pulled up on us, and they're like, did you get him? I'm like, no, but it was bears. They're like, oh, cool. So they take off. And all of a sudden, it wasn't too much longer, we hear a gunshot. We go up there a couple corners, and they're down there with a nice big fat 3-pointer, maybe a 4x3.
Yeah, I think it was a 4x3.
4x3.
we had split up. Bailey and Levi went off together, and I went down below. And I heard the shot, and I was like, oh, it ran in front of somebody. Like somebody just shot the bear.
Yeah. But yeah, we went up there and we went down and talked to him and congratulated him. Come to find out, one of the guys is from our area, kind of. But yeah. So we're like, well, that's cool. Maybe if we wouldn't have seen the bears, maybe we'd have shot that buck. But that's how things happen. So
Later, he was like, there's two opportunities. It's crazy how they were right next to each other too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a quarter of a mile down the very, very rocky road.
Yeah. So we took off from there and I think just basically drove. Did we end up somewhere else?
We went up and around to where they ran
We found paradise.
Oh, we went to Paradise. Yeah, we went to this drainage where we had gone into the last time we hunted this area and seen some deer. So we drove down in there and we got on this little point where we could see pretty much everything. And I look in the bottom and there's a truck down there, and then there's a truck coming down the road in the bottom and just bebopping through there. See this heavy set guy at the original truck that was parked. Walk over, open the cooler,
maroon truck.
pull out a beer, start drinking it. Next thing I know, we look up the draw and there's a guy standing down there. From what I can tell,
Orange, like orange pants, orange vest, orange hoodie, orange hat.
yeah. And then this other guy comes walking up to him, and I don't think the other guy even had a gun unless he had laid it down somewhere. But they're like in the most weird, like the weirdest place to be. Completely surrounded by roads. I don't know why you would walk down in there, but I don't know.
They got
Whatever.
trees where they're looking to, like right in front of them.
Yeah. So we're like, well, these guys have been all over through here, spreading scent, walking. So
Beer scent.
yeah, beer scent. I don't know.
But the deer
People
like
just out there
that.
drinking beer. It's like, why don't you go to Cancun or something? I guess. But
Well, I have a feeling, I mean, it looked like a good spot. I have a feeling they were just like, oh, this looks like a good spot for deer. Like, they were doing hand motions. I don't know if they saw something and they were just trying to chase it. And they're like, oh, it went down here. Or they're trying to plan their next hunt. Like,
They really
They were
liked
just
their
out.
phone though. Just down the whole time.
yeah.
yeah.
So we take off from there, and did we end up doing another hunt?
We went back to camp
Yeah.
and you set up the camp stove.
Oh, that's right. We
Because it
went
was like
kind
the
of
heat of the day.
finished setting up our camp.
Yeah.
Yeah, set up the tent stove.
Wasn't that the night? It was supposed to be like 24.
Yeah, it was supposed to be cold.
Yeah, it was supposed to be colder that
We're
night.
like, we need the
Yeah.
stove.
Yeah, so we did that. So we must have had time to go do an evening hunt then.
Yeah, we went back to Paradise and I think Bailey spotted a couple bucks.
Well, not Paradise.
No.
Oh, not sorry. Deer Highway.
Yeah, the Deer Highway. One glove.
One glove.
Knob.
It became one glove knob.
Yeah. Oh, so that's the day night.
Yeah.
Spotted a buck there.
Yeah.
So we
I think
drove
you
up.
spotted that buck with the spotting scope.
Maybe.
Okay. I never saw it.
And is that the one where we went up to around, drove
Yeah.
clear up around the top?
And that little rock canyon.
Yeah.
I think.
So Levi uses Onyx, puts a pin where we think they're at, and I'm the one with the tag. So they're like, "Do you want to come up short or in front of them, like where they're feeding?" I'm like, "Well, I definitely don't want to hunt into the sun, so okay, let's go a little bit farther." And we went a little bit farther.
Where we walked through the rock piles?
Yeah, like way in front of them.
Yeah, we got too low on the hill. Well, when we had come around, there was supposed to be a line of green trees. Well, it's hard to tell from the other side exactly where you're going on the map, even if you put pins and stuff. So when we got over there, we found green trees, but there was a green tree and then kind of a clump of them, and those deer were just below that clump, which I thought is where we came in on the high side of, but we ended up on that tree line and not that clump.
Yeah.
So we worked through the tree line thinking they were there. Well, by the time we had circled around to kind of start heading out, we hit that other clump of green trees, and they were bedded like 80 yards above us, but by that time it was too dark. You could tell they were deer, but you couldn't put antlers or anything on them.
Yeah.
So we're like, bummer. So we're hiking out of there. Bailey's wanting water. We're taking breaks. It's dark. We have to get out our headlamps. And somewhere along the way, Bailey dropped a glove. And by the time we got up to the Jeep, I was like, we can go get it another time. Or, they're just super cheap gloves, but whatever. We'll figure it out. So that's where one glove knob came from. Because the glove's still up there. We never went back and got it.
Us
You
and our
mentioned
names.
Dad.
Yeah.
You mentioned the Fordos.
Yeah, we did see a bunch of.
Yeah, we
does up there.
bumped a group of 4 does right
Yeah.
before we dropped down over and circled back, and then ended up bumping the 2 that was probably one of them was. Huh?
Because he had 2 does with him.
We saw a bunch. I feel like on the way
We
in.
saw the 4 does,
Yeah.
and then we went around a
Yeah.
little bit more and started coming up. And
Yeah.
then that's when we saw the 2 does.
Yeah.
Probably.
Again,
I only know 2 deer.
I never saw them.
Yeah.
Bailey's spotting all of these.
I don't know. We were bumping deer every day,
Yeah.
everywhere. But that was a walkout in the dark, which
Yeah.
might have been Bailey's first walkout in the dark.
And it was a walkout.
Yeah, we were
Logs,
tired.
trees, boulders.
I think we're all kind of like, we're doing this and it's not working. Like, spot and stalk, try to get close, which I've never hunted wide open space much and shot long ways. So, we go back to camp, we make a fire, we sleep warmer that night. We get up the next morning, which ended up being, was it yesterday morning?
Yep.
Yeah.
Day 3.
So yesterday morning, we go back down in the bottom, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we go back down in the bottom,
Of Deer Highway.
yeah. We start glassing, and we're glassing for a while. We're starting to learn that if you just glass open
Oh, wait.
spaces,
No, I'm so sorry.
what?
That was the day, because again, I'm the only one with the tag. We had ended up spotting a buck during archery season, and I was like, I mean, obviously he's still waiting in the exact same spot on the
Oh.
exact same mountain, so we should go back there, and I want to try to find him. So we went
Yeah.
back over there. So we
Yeah.
went to our go-to spot.
Yeah, so we go over and we drive across this road that normally during deer season you see at least a group of does here and there all the way across there.
Yeah.
Drove by some camps, saw one camp with 3 bucks hanging in it. Then we headed on up to where we'd seen the buck during archery season, and kind of realized it wasn't really that huntable. There's some private property there, and just super steep. Yeah, and then
On the way out, also, just like off the main road, we spotted a bunch of deer. And then Bailey shot a grouse.
oh yeah, leaving our area where we were camped. Yeah.
Yeah, on our way down.
Yeah, Bailey shot a grouse, and then you shot a grouse.
Yep.
We pulled over in one spot, glassed a bunch of deer.
Mm-hmm.
Well, maybe two places.
Yeah.
Then we headed over and drove across that area where we normally see does. Went up, tried to find that buck that we saw during archery season. Wasn't really huntable. We're kind of just in that day of like, we're doing the same thing, we're kind of failing at it, we're taking our learning from our mistakes kind of school. So from there we're like, let's just drive into town, let's go get a bunch of snacks.
Well, before we did that though, because we were there, we wanted to give Bailey a taste of what our regular hunts are like. So we went up that road and did a push. We dropped you off.
Oh yeah.
Bailey and I drove up to the top. He's like, this won't take too long, but we consistently find deer, at a place he's been hunting for 20 or so years.
Yeah.
And so he stayed down below. I drove Bailey and myself up a drainage, and we got down to the spot Levi had pinpointed on Onyx, and it was good. We heard lots of sounds, and it was definitely a different experience than the long range hunting, the spot and stalk that we've been doing. And so that was fun, because it's just what I'm used to. Got to give her a taste of what it was like. She got to find, when we were done, you said you were almost back to the Jeep, so I was like, okay, Bailey, get us back to the Jeep. And she did, on her own, without maps or anything. And
When we were walking back, we went around the little knob in the little thing.
yeah,
We
there, we went and got snacks.
Yeah.
And we loaded up.
We loaded up.
Not gonna lie, I didn't stick to what I've been eating for the last year real well.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. We're out hunting. Tomorrow we get back to town, back on program. But so we did that, and then we circled up through the woods. Went and found our buddy Dan. Went and he showed us all the sheds that he was finding. And
Crazy
horrible points.
yeah.
crazy sheds.
Yeah.
And he had multiple. He and his son find them. He's like, dude, this guy, these are years old. This guy might be dead by now.
Yeah.
But this is where we found him, and it was just so cool.
Yeah, so we talked to him a while and then left his camp, and
He asked if we wanted dinner.
Yeah.
We got to
Good dinner.
tell him and show him Bailey's story, and he was a good sport. He was happy for her, and
Because you filmed it.
yeah, but
yeah.
it was just a good chance to check up.
So we drove back to camp, had a little bit of a late night that night.
We went to our old.
Is that when we almost ran over an owl?
Oh, on the way back, yeah. But before we left, something we didn't mention in our other video on the way home from archery is the morning we went home. I think he said it was like 45 minutes away from camp. I looked down, and the diamond out of my engagement ring was missing. Two of the
Your wedding ring.
Yeah. Two of the prongs that hold the diamond in had broke off, and the diamond was just gone. And I think I scared the crap out of him, because I do it a lot. But like this time, it was a legit. What? I was like, my diamond is gone. And so running back through all the places, we did some searching, we did some brainstorming, and we knew we were coming back. So before we left that area, we went back to the campsite that we had been in during archery, and there were even people there, but we went down and
Puppy.
yeah, they had a puppy,
Bash. Ma'am.
something like
It
that.
was adorable. When I got out of the car, I'm not too afraid of dogs in general, but like coming at me barking, it looked like a pit bull. So I kind of like put my arm up, and then it gets closer and it stops barking, and it's wagging its tail and sits down. I'm like, oh, you're so cute. So
Yeah.
soft too.
Yeah. And so they let us look for the diamond, and they even did some looking. I was like, well, now you have something to do with your spare
And
time.
like
You can look for a
5
diamond.
seconds after the guy that was staying there looked, he found this pitch. It was like the right size, the right shape.
It was weird.
We thought he had it.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
But no diamond. So we're like, well, we tried. And then we took our 5.5-hour trip. I don't know. how
Hour
long
and 15 minutes, hour and a half.
it was long. It was a long time.
Yeah.
And Levi sees this rock. I see a stump. It's in the middle of the road. Thinking, how the heck did
I
this?
see a rock.
I saw a rock too. Yeah. Yeah. And we're like, well, better miss it. So Levi swerves, and we're all trying to analyze it and figure out what it is. At the last second, the owl turns its head and just kind of looks at us.
It goes.
It did not move.
We think it had something under its talons. Like like it was protecting it. Like this is my dinner. Like Logan.
Yeah, it did not care.
Truck.
Yeah. Come on.
We were in the truck too. Like not even the Jeep.
No,
We were in the Jeep. Yeah.
Not even the truck.
No, the truck stays in camp until we leave.
That owl got lucky.
Yeah.
It would have.
Yeah.
Would have done a backflip.
We thought it was something that would destroy the Jeep. Had we known it was an animal, probably we wouldn't have risked going in all kind of traffic.
Yeah. So,
Day 4.
day 4 is yesterday, right?
Yep.
All right. Now we're on to
yes.
yesterday.
Actually, yes.
So, how we start the day?
We went down to Deer Highway. I
Right.
mean, obviously.
Yeah.
Like
We got down there and started glassing, and wasn't too long. We started picking up deer. Then we got down there a little later than we normally do because we had a late night.
when we drove down there, there was
Yeah.
kids there going for their ledge. There's more does,
Does
Just
everywhere.
more and more deer each day of the season.
triplets.
Yeah.
Tons of deer.
So we get down there. It's windy. It's cold. Bailey goes out in glasses. Was that when you and I just kind of hung out in the Jeep for a little bit? We were kind
I
of
think
just.
that was a different day.
Was it? I don't
I
know.
think on the second
We
day.
we started.
Yeah.
No,
I
I
think
was gonna say. I think it was on the second day we saw that like really tiny deer, the little tiny fawn that was really fluffy.
Oh, the little fluffy guy. Yeah, he
Yeah.
was cute.
He was so.
Yeah.
I think that was the second day.
Yeah.
He just drove around.
Yeah. So mentioning like not hunting like this before, learning from our mistakes. By this time, we're starting to be like, let's just glass, find deer. We finally started having the little powwows of like, what should we do? Anybody see anything wrong with this? Because we've been like, well, let's just go around the top and get close and shoot them. Hasn't worked yet. So we just sat there and we just kind of just almost was like, let's just watch the deer and see what they do. And they were feeding like from out of the east to the west, and we're up the canyon and the draw from the west. They're heading towards us.
They're headed east.
No, they're headed west. And
yeah.
I'm trying to say how we are oriented
Okay.
from them.
Okay.
But anyway, they're feeding towards us, and I'm just messing with my rangefinder, and I'm like, it's like 500 yards, 550, 400. They're around 400 yards, and I'm like, dude, my gun will shoot that far. So I take the bipod off of the 6.5, which Bailey was shooting, put the bipod on my gun, and I'm like, I'm gonna go down and just like dry fire, like get reps at dry firing at these deer. And so I'm setting it up, and I'm like, man, I'm steady. Like I would take this shot if I had a tag. And then Bailey comes down there and she's dry firing, and I'm talking to her about, you know, the rear support and how to get stable and how to pull it through the trigger, and just letting her work through that and dry fire. And Laura wanders down there, and I'm like, they're only at like 400 yards. I'm like, my gun will do that. I've got it set up. I've shot it out to 500 yards and hit dinner plates with it. And she's kind of like not really saying much. And then I think we bring it up again. She's like, I'd take that shot. I'm like, really? I'm like, let's do it. So she gets down on the gun and she's messing with it, looking around. But from that angle, there was some branches kind of in the way, and I'm like, I don't know how I feel about those branches possibly being in the way. And I'm like, if we go back up to the Jeep and then we work down this little skid road kind of into the draw, I'm like, we're going to be more level with them. We won't have like an angle really. And I think we might be a little closer. So we go up, we hit that road, walk it out a little bit, and there's a nice flat spot. We range it, and I think they're around like 380 to 400 as they're milling around in there. And then, well, no, because they'd already bedded under that tree, huh? Yeah, so it was 388.
It was probably like 400 from where we were before we drove down.
Yeah, so we set up there, and Laura's getting on the gun, and I've got the spotting scope. Bailey's got the binoculars, and I'm running the phone scope, and we're going to get it on a video. And Laura's taking her time and just working through whatever she's working through. Do you want to tell the rest, or how it went from your perspective there?
Sure. Part of my from there includes something that happened before that. He was talking about how he and Bailey were dry firing, just taking practice shots, staying steady, and the like, Laura, you want to come over and try this? I'm like, sure. So the spotting scope and the binoculars had been set up, and actually part of the cool thing was Bailey spotted her buck technically, and then I spotted the buck that I ended up shooting, and then when I saw it, apparently had a hard time explaining where it was. Bailey found it, found them, and then yeah, I do. Hold on, please. Levi took his rifle to go look, and so when he's like, "Hey, Laura, you want to come take some practice shots?" I was like, "Sure." So I went down there. I've never shot prone before. I don't even know if I've shot your gun before. Probably. It would be weird if I haven't. But I was gonna take a practice shot, a dry fire, and I look at it, and the deer that's feeding doesn't have antlers. I'm like, bro, these are doe. Where the heck did the bucks go? So Levi's like, oh crap, we gotta find the bucks. Bailey had already brought the binos and the spotting scope over. So that part means I never actually took any practice shots. I just saw no antlers and we went from there. We had our powwow. We drove around. So then I'm laying down again and we range him at 388. He's bedded down. And I'm like, yeah, I'll take a shot. I don't know if I'm overly confident or something. I'm just like, yeah, I can do that. So I load the rifle, and then Levi goes, yeah, I don't know if maybe you want to take some practice shots. And I was like, oh crap, I never even took a dry fire practice shot. Well, it's already loaded. You know what? I'm just gonna go for it. So it took a minute. It was kind of fun. I kept thinking, Laura, if you don't hurry up, they're gonna get up and run off, like start feeding, or another hunter's gonna come back down, and like you're just gonna mess it up. But I knew how I wanted the rifle to sit on its own, how I was holding it. It took a minute to get it situated to where I was confident, but I did. And I was like, okay, you ready? You ready? You ready? You ready? You ready? Everybody's ready. And I, steady through the squeeze. I pulled, took a shot. And before I can find the buck again, Levi's going, you dropped him, or something.
Stoned him.
You stoned him,
like
yeah.
It's just like you shot a rock.
Like,
he just didn't even move. He just put his head
that
down.
hurt.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I was a little bit shocked because I know that gun shoots good, but the loads I sighted it in with, I didn't have. I had bought some different loads for bear hunting. I mean, when you're shooting loads, they're all pretty darn close to each other. So I was pretty confident that it would shoot within inches or maybe an inch or two off of some other load. So I didn't think she was going to miss it as long as she held on. But yeah, she just put him to sleep. And how far was it?
388.
Yeah, it ended up being 388 yards.
Yards, not inches.
Yeah, so that was super cool.
So then we were like, well, I guess our tags are filled. And I was like, cool, I got him. And I start jumping up and down. We get to go home for Bailey's softball tournament.
Yeah.
We've never gone home early before. So
Yeah, I
that
don't
was
think
like
we've
a new
ever
thing
had
also.
filled all of our tags in one hunt.
Yeah.
So we ran to camp, make sure we had all the right things to pack them out. And
Had to unload the rocks from Sparkly Knob.
Yeah.
So we could pack him out.
Yeah, so we did that. Come back around. We drove down the road that we had walked down to set up to shoot, so we could get kind of in the bottom of the draw.
Thinking there was a road at the very bottom of it.
Yeah. So we walked through the bottom of the draw, side hilled over to the buck, filled everybody's bags after quartering them up, getting them all cut up, packed them out.
And when we drove the Jeep down that little stretch that we had shot from.
Yeah.
There was this fallen tree in the way, and so I grabbed a big stick like that around, and I just start whacking it.
We're like, what is
And
she
it's
doing?
shaking like this. And
she doing?
And
Just
then all of a
pushing
sudden, it
everything.
goes bam.
Yeah.
And we're like, of course it breaks. We just thought it was pretty funny.
Yeah.
Guys,
So yeah, back to got it all cut up, and we all had our packs loaded and packed it out.
Yep.
Drove up to camp, got it hung in camp. I think it was like 1 o'clock. And I'm like, well, we're tagged out. Now what do we do? Let's go to town and get more snacks.
Well, yeah, we had our brownies. We had the second set of killed brownies.
Yeah.
And then we were like, let's get some legit brownies. What are we get? Our phones were dead, I think. We're like, let's just drive to town. We can charge our phones on the drive. Bailey can get her caffeine fix or whatever. So we all got some snacks.
Yeah.
Went back. We got s'mores stuff. So we went on a firewood run. A couple. That was just fun. Went back, made a campfire. Roasted some s'mores. And then, knowing that we were going to leave and pack up in the morning, it
go
was just,
home and shower.
yeah, it was just kind of a chill evening. So Bailey and I started a movie, Hook. Then my phone died, because we have yet to finish it. And here we are. We packed up this morning.
So, saw so many does on the way out.
Yeah,
We saw like 25. It was crazy.
saw a ton of does. It looks promising for next year.
Or next time we draw the tag.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yo. So that's it. Deer 2025 is over. All you have to go home, cut up meat, grind it, wrap it, freeze it.
Something
Fun stuff.
unique about my deer, the fork bighorn, hers is a big spike.
Yeah.
Mine, it has a hole in the antler where it forks out. And the fork right here, there's like a little hole.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting.
Yeah, I've never seen anything like it. Pretty cool.
When they were cutting, when those two were cutting up mom's deer, there'll probably be a short. I'll make a short. But it was so funny. She was cutting the legs, getting the meat off of it, and she accidentally stabs it with the knife, and she goes, "Oh, sorry." So dad's explained to me what happened, and I hit record and ask him to say it again, and he says it.
She thought it was the funniest thing.
It is so funny though.
That's the other thing, though. She's talking about the antlers. We didn't talk about. We just shot bucks. Hers was a pretty good size fork and horn.
3 on 1, 2 on the other. He has an eye guard on one.
Oh, he has an eye guard. It's like an eye guard.
No, it's not.
It counts.
No, it's not.
Mine is a dinky little spike. I mean, we were hunting new area, and I'm tired of going home with an empty tag suit, as they say. I was like, you know what? I want to feel a tag, and we found bucks, so that's what I shot. And
He had a bigger body than the fork and horn with him though.
oh yeah.
One
So
with him
yeah,
after she shot was just like, he didn't even know what happened. He just kind of kept being
we kept being there.
for like 20 seconds, and then finally got up and looked back and was like, I should leave.
Yeah. While we were watching him feed the two, one was a fork and horn, but the spike looked like it had a bigger body. And that happened. I would have shot whatever one. I wanted to shoot the bigger body. They ended up betting, and that happened to be the one